Welcome to the Kinected Podcast, where we shine a spotlight on the incredible members of our connected community. I'm Brent Fessler, your host, and each episode, we're diving into the stories, the expertise, and passions of the innovators, entrepreneurs, and change makers who make Kinected so special. Our goal is to inspire collaboration, to spark new connections, and drive business opportunities within our community here at Kinected. So today we are thrilled to introduce Uejin Kim, Dr. Uejin Kim, who is a psychiatrist with Restore Psychiatry, who's doing amazing things here. So let's get started. All right. Uejin, thanks so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for this space.
Yeah, or Kim, as we were just talking.
Yes.
We were talking about your name, but tell us about yourself and your journey to where you are today in your business and your profession.
Yeah. So I'm a child psychiatrist, child and adolescent and adult psychiatrist. So I see age from 4 to 64, anywhere in Texas, virtually or in person. And I chose psychiatry because, so my dad's a physician, so I think he voluntold me that I'm going to do medicine, and I'm the oldest. So then I had to carry the torch somehow. But I was really fighting it, but every step of the way, I think God made it clear that medicine was the path for me. But third year, what we do is we rotate through different specialties kind of to choose your main specialty. During that year, it was like really hard. I had health problems. My car was dead. Got flooded out in El Paso, Texas, out of all places. Going through the puddle after the flash flood. So
you found the only puddle in El Paso.
Yes, but that got me to meet my husband because he was my ride to school every day. So, I mean, God works in mysterious ways.
So kind of like a Hallmark movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then during the third year, it was like really stressful. So I hated all my rotations, but at the end of the day, you have to choose one. But looking back in my third year, I remember I gravitated towards people's stories. So I would stay after to meet with a cervical cancer patient just to pray with her, or a schizoaffective on surgical floor because he would like pull out his NG tube and everybody hated him. But I would go back after hours to put it back because he trusted me. Cross-dressers at colon cancer clinic. So I would like naturally ask questions like, oh, when did you start cross-dressing? Or is your makeup heavier when you're more stressed? You know, like I would naturally ask that question. Yeah. So I really had to say, and I was so curious about these patients, and a lot of people don't like psych patients on the floor. So I was like, if I like them, then it's probably a calling. So that's how I chose psych. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's very self-aware, and what a gift to be able to spot something like that before you ended up going down some road that you were going to be miserable in.
Yeah.
But that's very cool. So what inspired you to join the Kinected community here, and how has being a part of it impacted your work?
Yeah. So right now we're recording in September 2025. I moved in May. Yeah. Jonathan from United SA. I was looking for a space that was closer to my kids' school and really kind of digging into the body of Christ in San Antonio, because that was kind of my passion too within psychiatry. Okay. And through Jonathan, you got me a space with a great deal. So here I am. So
you were here for an event. You're looking for some little more convenience, and then also like-minded people to be around.
Yeah,
that's great. Those are some of the things that we really hope people find here too. So about Restore Psychiatry, what's the core mission or unique value of your business, and what problem are you solving for your clients?
So our 3 values are acceptance, healing, and freedom. Mm-hmm. And I think we go through a lot of things in our lives that is difficult to accept. Yeah. But I think acceptance and awareness is like a first step. And we really wrestle with what does that mean when it comes to healing, because healing leads to true freedom and true resilience. And that is what I aim for with all my patients, is that so medication and therapy, I think modern psychiatry and psychology, it's aimed for like feeling better and feeling happier. Mm-hmm. But I feel like now we're seeing that it's incomplete or maybe misguided. I want to aim for resilience so that you can really accept, really process through it, and make your next move that is aligned with your values. So that's what I really aim for with all my patients.
I love that. Because I suspect many of us, for whatever reason, we don't acknowledge or identify something that's going on in the neuro side of our head or mind, or from trauma or past experiences, or
Right.
whatever the wiring might be. We just try to muscle through it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we have some good days, but then if we don't acknowledge or understand and actually go and pursue something like that, it's going to limit lots of different areas of our life.
Yeah.
Whether it be relational or career-wise, and even physical health, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think the more that I'm passionate about this, like, so my personal kind of passion is around 2018, I was in a very low place, like breaking down, mental breakdowns, feeling overwhelmed, because I had this performance mindset. Like I had to be a good mom, good business owner, good wife, good person, and I always had that edge on me, but it was really crumbling down. And really my passion is, I say that I'm a Christian psychiatrist so that people who are Christian feel more comfortable, like, oh, she understands the both spiritual and mental health. But I accept everybody as patients. But really what got me through was Holy Spirit and God telling me, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You're okay. You're accepted. And that really kind of when I hit the rock bottom, it was a soft landing because God's truth and grace was there for me. So for me to like touch everybody's everybody's hearts, like, hey, you're loved no matter what you did or what you will do.
Well, it's got to be a powerful thing to touch some people in a part of their life where you've been.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's really important too. And is this, what you're describing to me, I'm more familiar on the psychology side of things. So positive psychology of the last, 25 years has had a similar focus of trying to get out of just the mental illness treatment into more flourishing and well-being and the healthy and the resilience and the strengthening side. Has that affected the field of psychiatry as well? And is that what you're describing?
I believe so. And I can't speak for all the psychiatrists, how the medical system is set up. Like I think psychologists even have more time with clients and patients than we do. Sometimes we're limited to what insurance pays us, right? So that's why I decided not to go with insurance. But it becomes assess and treat, assess and treat, and assess and treat. But where are you going to hear the stories? Where are you going to feel the feels? Where are you going to talk about values? What are your goals? And I think how I want to approach psychiatry is not just positive psychology, meaning let's just feel better and get better and reframe and go. But I want to go into the deep, like, let's go to your childhood events. Let's go how you felt when you were praised just by your performance and not just who you are. Like maybe stupid ideas were called stupid, So I really want to go into childhood and rewrite that, how what would have nurture felt like if your parents loved you for who you are, not what you did or didn't do. So I want to really rewrite that.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Can you share a success story or a project that you're particularly proud of that showcases kind of what you do? I know you got patient-client privileges, but share a success story.
In a medication sense, I had patients who are on like 7, 8 different psych meds, and then they're like,
"More's not better."
Yeah, more is actually harmful, right? Like polypharmacy.
Yeah.
And then they came with me were like 7 and 8 medications and like 7, 8 diagnoses. And when I really dug down deep, I kind of narrowed down to 3 or 4 diagnoses because they all symptoms like mimic each other, right? Like bipolar can look like depression. Depression can look like PTSD. So when you're really boiling it down, I was able to say, oh, this is your story. And helping my patients under their story is the most empowering thing that you can do. Because instead of throwing like alphabet soups of diagnosis, they're like, that's why I did this. So then like amazingly, that particular like group of patients, I was able to narrow it down to 3 or 4 medications. Wow. And they're even doing so much better than when they were in 7 and 8. Which
means half the side effects
half the side effects and more
Or less.
empowerment, because they're like, I know what each medication is doing and why I need it.
Yeah.
And I'm very conservative with medication, so I do low and slow.
Yeah.
So I don't jump like every increment because it gives you more side effects than benefits. So I really take the journey slowly and I let them decide, hey, do you want to, I can see room for increasing, but do you see that? If you're not comfortable, we'll just stay and then I'll see you next week. So I'm really autonomy focused. And another patient that I think of is she was 400 pounds. She was on, all that injection, medication, weight loss pill, everything. She was not losing. But when I did the coaching with her, I was able to rewrite her childhood story because she was raising her siblings from the age of middle school. And she had that like hyper responsibility, like everything is my fault, everything is my job. So when I coached that, hey, not everything is your job. You're going to take care of yourself. So as a 400 pounds, she went on a cruise by herself just because she wanted to. She's able to let go of some relationship that was really toxic to her. And she just told me at 6 months, she lost 50 pounds with the same treatment.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, that's probably the cortisol level that I lowered because you were carrying all these stress that was not yours.
Yeah. That's we could nerd out, go down that road. Maybe we'll have to do a different episode, and just to nerd out on some of those things, and just the power of our beliefs and mind, and the placebo effect is real.
Yeah.
That the power of our own beliefs and self perceptions, and even can co-work with treatments and medications, and help them work better. Even exercise. The study I'm thinking of had to do with an experiment where a group was very physical labor, and but they didn't see it as exercise. They took half of the group and they just explained to them what you are doing is strenuous exercise. And that group, without changing anything, ended up every marker in health, from weight loss to cortisol levels and other indicators started improving with no change physically. It was just a mindset shift that allowed the exercise they already were doing.
I love that study.
To work better, yeah.
Because I hope the audience know that it's not like fixing your mental health. It's not lists of things to do.
Yeah.
Like you can exercise, you can meditate, and then people get more stressed because now they have more things that I need to do to take care of themselves. But it's like, if you don't understand why, and if you don't understand how to tune in with yourself and see what you actually need, it's going to backfire on you, and it's probably going to make your mental health worse. Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. Well, let's think about Kinected a little bit. Are there any members at Kinected that you've collaborated with that you kind of alluded to a little bit, and how did that go?
Yeah. So Jonathan and I met like even before moving here. I moved in here for a few months, but I'm already connecting with Jason Cronkite next month and Mr. Polk that we met at C12 this morning. Yeah. So Dr. Brent Fessler is kind of like unofficial mentor. I'm beating your question.
All right.
And he's really connecting me to Kinected Body, and I'm really excited.
Awesome. Well, we joke about the sound of Kinected being, we spell Kinected funny. And we talk about being better together. It is our Wi-Fi password, super secret Wi-Fi password, because we want to remember it every time we have to type it in.
Yeah.
And so collaborating together is a really important outcome, fruit that we hope bears here at Kinected. So otherwise, I mean, if you don't think you're better around or with other people, go work in your kitchen. I mean, go be quiet. But I think a lot of us realize we really are better together.
Yeah.
It's something that I wished I would have learned earlier in life. I knew it was really good for other people to be together and to be in groups and have good mentors and things. But
yeah.
With that, what do you hope, or how do you see your work contributing to the Kinected community here?
I wanted to, and I think me being so young and like a baby CEO, I had to kind of realize what I'm good at and what my passion is to serve San Antonio. And I think you and I had many conversations trying to help me what I'm good at. But I think my role is to really bring soul care in mental health space, and also mental health care in soul care space. So I want to share like what I have learned and proven with my clinical practice to churches or nonprofit organizations or businesses where I love what Monty said this morning was like elevating the worth and like value of human. And I'm like all about that. So making people know what it feels like in your organization to be loved and accepted for who you are and what your gifts and talents are, that is so unique so that you can really flourish wherever you are.
I love that because I think some of the biggest opportunities we have in psychiatry and psychology and mental health is less about fixing broken, which it's a huge part, but moving into the flourishing and the thriving and the well-being and the resilience and the elevating and the pursuit of our dreams and just living a fulfilled life, running a fulfilled business, and how much I'd want to say that we underestimate the impact and the value of what's going on in our heads, right? On a moment by moment basis.
Yeah. My tagline is whenever I go to like a social event and they're like, oh, you're a psychiatrist, and everybody stops talking because they think I'm analyzing to see like what's wrong with them. But my tagline is I'm the psychiatrist who cares more about what's right with you than what's wrong with you.
Oh, wow.
Because I see, and we talked about this, like how to give a positive feedback that will really awaken souls and intentions is recognizing people's intentions and effort to live their life well. I think we have to value that whether you're a pastor or CEO or coach or teacher, you have to recognize how to recognize intention and effort and not just judge by the product or outcome.
Yeah.
I think we could have used that more in our childhood.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm here to be the voice of like teaching how the leaders can really nurture and parent, their mentees and their students and their congregants so that everybody will feel a little bit more loved and seen and felt today.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I've said before, I feel like it's not that we need more trauma specialists, but I feel like everybody could stand to be more trauma informed, more mental health informed, more just aware and understanding of the human side of things.
Yeah.
Because it's such a powerful part of who we are and such a root issue of so many challenges and barriers that we face. We struggle to get things done or to achieve something or to have a happy or fulfilled life. And feel like most of our problems are going to be out here, someone else, something else happened to me or things like that.
Right.
And are reluctant to go and do the work or maybe afraid to go and do the work on ourselves and on the inside. And having good friends is one thing. And but I like to advise and suggest that not only do you need friends, but you also need some valuable one-way expert relationships. There's no substitute for either one of those.
Yeah.
You need to have this expert that you're not my friend. You're here only to invest in me, and you've devoted your life to really understanding these things, and we need to be around and have those. But then also developing the mental health of the trauma informed, the mental awareness, the psych awareness to just understand that dimension that we often don't see. But so what is something surprising or unique about you, Dr. Kim, that most people in the connected community might not know?
I think, well, as a psychiatrist too, I think when they hear the psychiatrist, I think they might think, oh, she's just going to push pills or, talk to me only for 15 minutes or something like that. And when I was building out my business, I think God gave me the wisdom to get away from insurance because then there'll be always pressure to cut corners and cut quality of care to get paid, so he really freed me from in business model sense to get rid of that and to really maximize the quality. So my intakes are like an hour and 15 minutes. I really dig deep into childhood issues and stuff like that. And I'm very conservative with medications because everybody has that sweet spot where they don't need to get the full dose. And I'm very analytical and strategic in a sense because because some people come into me, just fix me. Like, I feel horrible. Like, just give me the pills, And I say, well, I want to be conservative because every move that we make is like a chess move where I'm collecting data with every increment of medication so that, 6-8 months from now, we can go back and say, hey, increase in Prozac did this. So I know that it's not Prozac. It must be something else. So it gives me really foresight into where we're going. So, and I like to explain that to my patients so that patients and I am working together to really collaborate and see what's the best next move together. Yeah. So I said it takes a little bit longer with me because I'm trying to lay the foundation of understanding you and how you react to medications, but it's going to be worth it.
Well, yeah, longer up front, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I'm bringing down number of medications with that kind of strategy. So I hope that people know that there is a better way of using medications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. All right. So this is a fun question. If Restore Psychiatry had a theme song or Dr. Kim had a theme song, what would it be?
I saw that question and I was thinking Lemonade by Forrest Frank.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, that's very fitting because life gives you lemonade, but then God turns it to the lemonade.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I just want people, whoever is listening, is that your life is not over yet. If there's a breath in your lungs, you can always turn around and change.
I love that.
Yeah. And you will have a professional help who can really understand and who's human with you too. Like with every talk that I give, I show the picture of the bathroom door that I kicked when my oldest was going to kinder and he's throwing a fit and I was angry and I kicked the door. So that's me. Like I share my human failures and flaws just so that everybody knows, oh, she's trying to walk the walk, and not just talk the talk. So companion, that's what I want to be for my patients.
All right. Lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a great song because Lemonade is awesome.
Yeah.
And so it's not just like you're doing okay after you ended up with lemons.
Yeah.
I believe one of our capes, our superhero capes, come out of the lemons or out of the tragedies, out of the hard places, the most difficult places.
Yeah.
Yet those superhero capes that we can ultimately cultivate out of those places still have ditches right next to them.
Yeah.
That can be our downfall if we're not aware of them, but can be just such a fulfilling life.
Yeah. And lemons turn into lemonade with a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
And I think Kinected is the sugar, being in the community.
We have permission to have sugar here. That's great. We're supposed to be off sugar right now. So thank you for that permission.
Yeah. So it's life is hard. Life is so hard.
Yeah.
And it can easily get really isolating. But I think getting plugged in, shaking hands, sharing lives, I think that really does add sugar to make it into lemonade.
And yeah, for sure. So how can listeners in the Kinected community connect with you to learn more or to explore potential collaborating?
Yeah, if you were interested in becoming a potential patient, then I have restorepsych.com. If you're interested in having me as a speaker or a workshop speaker or maybe collaborator on a project, then uejinkim.com. I do have a podcast and it's called Good News Mental Health. And you can find it on YouTube and Spotify.
Awesome. So I know we've talked a little bit about some specific projects that you really want to pursue, especially in the Kinected community with things and anything that you want to share about what you hope to move forward with your workshops or things like that.
Yeah. So there's a few speaking topics that I'm really passionate about is to teach how the spiritual health and mental health can really work together and how it all makes sense. That's a perfect project for churches or speaking gigs, but I'm really leaning towards parent coaching and inner child coaching. So I know that a lot of people are scared to like dig into their past and stuff like that. But what if digging into your past with me would free your children from furthering generational trauma? So if you're really interested in that, then you can reach out to me.
Oh man, that's powerful. I've heard in the adoption world, what you fail to heal, you'll end up repeating.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't just muscle through with our kids. They'll end up with that.
Yeah. I say that present parent is the best parent.
Love it. Love it. Well, that is a wrap for today's episode of the Kinected Podcast. A huge thank you to Dr. Uejin Kim for sharing your incredible story and insights with us. If you're inspired to connect with Dr. Kim or to explore collaboration opportunities, you can reach them at the website, restorepsych.com, or just reach out right here on the first floor at Kinected. To our Kinected community, keep building those connections and driving impact. We really are better together. And to learn more about Kinected, you can go to www.kinected.work. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast for more inspiring stories. And we'll catch you next time.